Hello, teachers. I'm going to be showing you how you can use Seesaw and push an activity out to your students. I also have a student computer up here too that I'll show you what it looks like on their end. And then I will be deleting the activity from my computer, which will take it out of theirs as well. But I want you to just know that I'll be kind of toggling between the two. So this is my Seesaw account, and you can see I'm on the activities page right here, and I don't have any activities for the students to do or any to look at. So what I want to do is go up to add activities and then assign activities. Now, what you'll notice right away at the top, there's three different tabs. There's a community tab, a school tab, and a my library tab. For this activity, I'll do one that I've already assigned, and then I'll show you how you can create one. But this is a great tool because you can see in our school, our teachers are starting to build activities at different grade levels that can be used in Seesaw. So you can be sharing activities at your grade level in your school as well. And then the community one is a great resource as well because this is basically going out to the entire Seesaw community, and you can go to grade 2 all subjects. I might just type in something like, as you can see, I've been searching for bridges, but something like place value, and just to get an idea of how many different things are available for you to kind of look at as you go through. But I'm going to go back to my library and show you an activity that I actually had my students do a while ago on Wednesday. And then I'll show you how you can create one on your own. So just click on the activity. When you do the heart around it, it saves it into your library. And then I can also push this out to the school library as well, or the community if other people wanted to use it. And I'm going to assign it to students in my class. So when I get to that tab, I'll show you on the next activity how you can assign it to specific kids. You don't have to give it to the entire class. So on the kids' end of it, what they will see is something in their inbox. And I'm going to switch over to my Chromebook, and it shows that there's something that he needs to do. So I'm going to go to the inbox and to messages. And I'm not sure why he had that, but I'm going to refresh this too, just so that activity comes up. So I'm refreshing his iPad, or his Chromebook, sorry. And there's the activity. So on the activity, you can see that it's Wednesday's math assignment. There are some directions for the kids. You can also add video or audio directions. So if you have some kids that will need to have the directions read to them, you can do that too. So I'm now the student, and I'm going to add a response. And the response looks like this in this particular activity. You can see that it's a subtraction page. This is a bridges assignment. And there's a lot of tools along the bottom of the thing for the students to use. There's some texting tools, a microphone tool, camera tool, lots of different stuff. And the best way is just to kind of play around with this. But what I want to do is try to actually annotate on here. If you have touchscreen Chromebooks, kids can do that. And what they want to do is go up to this plus button right here. And I'm going to push the plus button. And I'm going to push it a couple more times, this little plus button right here. And you can see that it magnifies the screen. And where I get comfortable being able to, use the screen. And if you grab on that little white part right here, you can actually move that around so it's on different parts of the screen. So I'm going to come down here just to show you. So we have a subtraction problem, 45 minus 17. And this activity, I'm just going to use the blue pen. I can see I'm jumping to the next decade number. That's 3, and then to a jump of 20. And then finally a jump of 5. And then putting those together is 20 plus 3 plus 5. And that's obviously 28. So the kids can do that. And when they are finished with the activity and the directions, they were supposed to click the green button on the top. That's this button right up here. And that will actually send their work back to me. They might have to do it twice. Nope. Then they send it back to me. So you can see on his Chromebook, it says waiting for teacher approval. So back on my end, I'm going to go back to my class. And it says there is one response waiting for teacher approval. So I want to review that response. And I can go down and take a look at, just a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Then there's my class down below, and you can see this is a student I was using. I'm going to click on review. I can take a look at his assignment. And what's nice about this one is that I can actually send him back a message. And I can do that in different ways. I can send a comment. I could like it, give it back to him. But if I didn't really like this assignment, like, for example, I'm going to record this and say, hey, Mateus, I noticed that you didn't finish the worksheet. Can you please do that and send it back to me? So I'm going to approve my little voice so I can listen to it again if I want to. And then down here, I'm going to send it back to him because he's not finished with it. So I'm going to push send back. If it was something that I'm like, yep, it's fine, I don't need to do anything, I would approve it, and then he would get a notice that his assignment was approved. So now going back to the student computer, I'm looking at his. I'm going to refresh it again. And then you'll see up in the corner that he has a notification, a couple notifications. It says draft visible to you and your teacher. And down below, he's going to hear this message from me. And this might not come through, but I promise it works. Hey, Mateus, I noticed that you didn't finish the worksheet. Can you please do that and send it back to me? All right. So then what he would do, obviously, is go ahead and edit his assignment. And then let's pretend that I actually did the rest of the assignment. And then I would, again, hit that green button up in the corner, and that sends it back to Mr. Herman. All right, then it comes back over to me. I'll switch back to him and refresh this again. And go to my review and review his assignment. And let's say that I really liked what he did. He got it all finished. I could record a little note to him like, great job, way to do that. Why don't we do that? Comment. I could probably say something like, that doesn't look that great, but I will approve it anyways, or whatever you want to say. But I like that voice button for certain kids. It's really helpful. And now, when I feel like it can be approved, I just click the approve button. The one thing that you do want to realize, though, is if you have families linked to their kid's Seesaw account, when we approve an assignment, it will go to them. So it's one of those things where I know Ken has talked about having more direction later on about what we want the parents to be able to do and to see. One other thing, I can show you how to create an assignment. I showed you where you can get some kind of pre-made ones. You can go up to add assignment again, assign an activity. And then what I want to do is just create a new activity. This is where I could type in the name of the activity, could say Monday math. Again, you could type in the instructions for the kids. You could also add voice instructions, add multimedia instructions. So I could put a video in there if I wanted to show them a video. And this is a nice thing too. If you're recording your lessons and you want to add a link to your recording so the kids can hear your lesson, you can add a link that would take them to the recording or to the video, and then they could do the assignment after that. And then you could upload. You saw that I uploaded a PDF version of a Bridges worksheet. You could create your own worksheets and that kind of stuff. One of the things that's nice too is if you create an assignment, you could ask kids to use those. Once you get familiar with the tools, they can use those tools to do other things. See, my bit emojis popped up. All right, so I'm just going to show you an example of how you can drop a PDF. I'm just seeing if there's something in here that I've used. Morning math work. We'll just see what that's all about. All right, so here's an example. And by the way, this was a bunch of sheets, and you can see there's a number of pages to this assignment. Then if I send that back to the student, I can now add a template for the student response. You know what? I did that wrong. This is where I wanted the template for student response, so I'm going to delete that one. And I'm going to go down to here. This was all about the instructions. I'm sorry. I wanted to add the template down here. Back to the PDF. Select from my computer. And it was morning math work. So it can obviously be a multi-page PDF too. And there it is. So if I sign that, save it. And now I'm going to choose to assign it. And I said, too, if you assign it here, if you click, I'm going to click on my class, and then to specific kids, that's all students, or go down to the boy I'm using, and assign. And one more time, it comes back to him. Refresh his page. And he has a new activity. And there's his new activities. There's a whole lot more to this, guys. I don't want to take too much of your time. I will say I was an very much a Schoology person. Then I became very much a Google Classroom person. And I believe this really has the benefits of both. And it's going to be something we're moving to next year. I just want to make a plug for it. It takes a little time, as you know, and that's not really what we have right now. But I encourage you to look at some of the stuff that people have created. They can be pretty creative in their work. And if you need help, you can always reach out to me. So, all right, thanks a lot and good luck.